What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mr. Pyro, and today we're working on a 2002 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and we're replacing a fuel pump on this thing. I replaced a fuel pump before on this one, and what happened is it's not registering at the dash. I know it works because when I hook it up and I move the lever, by itself, it works. But as far as this one's concerned, for some odd reason, it ain't working right. So already what I've done was I've taken the liberty to disconnect the battery because we are working on something electrical. And I've also opened the doors and the back hatch so that way I can have better light inside. And I've also set up a light inside so that way we can see every single thing. I'm recording today on my brand new GoPro Hero 9 Black. Ayo. And I'm gonna try to see if this works. Hopefully it works out, and this will be my new go-to, so that way I have two hands instead of using just one hand and saying, hold on, let me put you on a quick pause. I've noticed I've done that a lot, and frankly I forget sometimes to turn the camera back on, and I skip by some important information. So I'm gonna try not to do that anymore. So that's why I spent the money on this camera, for you, not for me. All right, so here we go. So first things first, you will need some tools, and those tools are here as follows. That's gonna be a bammer here, a nice extension, so that way you can get some leverage, so when you're banging on the lock ring, which looks like this, you can take it off. Maybe a screwdriver, Phillips tip, and a flat tip. And this unit here I actually bought from the junkyard. It was less than $20, and and it was really nice. Uh-oh, hold on a second. So yeah, this unit here I paid less than $20 for, and that was with a lock ring as well. My lock ring doesn't have big giant teeth on it like this one does, but it's all good. We're gonna make magic happen. Okay, so here's the car. This is a 2.4 cylinder Eclipse that I'll be selling here pretty soon, as I fix this fuel pump issue. And the only thing it needs now is, I would say, rear window tint, because boy does it feel real hot in there. So this here is the back seat, and this is where the fuel pump is located. So I'm gonna open up this door here, and then we're gonna crawl in there, and then we're gonna see how everything looks, and hopefully we're gonna be all right. I know I said I wouldn't put you on a pause, but right now I'm gonna have to put this headset on so that way I can use two hands. So give me just a quick second here, and we'll be right back. All right, so here we are in the back seat, and I'm hoping this thing's recording. All right, so the first things first, right? This is the back seat. You got these clips under here, right? And you're gonna pull that clip and then pull up on the seat, and that'll release the seat. You have two on each side, one right here. Pull and pick up. Push the seat belts through, and then get rid of your seat. Ooh, get out of here, seat. So right here, this is where your fuel pump is. Okay, so I brought everything inside the car with me now, so that way I can work. So these are some Phillips tip screwdrivers, or Phillips tip screws. Just set those aside. Oh man, it's very hot in here. Need some breezes. Need some breeze in here. All right. And the best thing to do for this this cap right here is to push this grommet through the cap, and then you can move it a little better. Now everything stays here until you disconnect all of this stuff. So for this stuff, it's very simple. This here has a clip right here. You're gonna push on this clip and then pull out. This one has a clip right here. So you're gonna push that clip and pull up. There we go. And now this thing can move out of your way. Well, I mean out of your way as best you can. Move that out of the way. This here, you're gonna push these two tabs here and then pull this fuel line off. Okay, so push there. And now be careful, because there will be some residual fuel that comes out, and you can just push that down in there like that. So this here is a vent tube, and what you'll do with that, or a return tube, what you'll do with that is push that as tight as possible. If you need some pliers, you can use some pliers, or just pull it with your fingers. I'm not very strong right now, so I'm gonna have to take it off with something else. This pops off like this. It's just a slide on. Gets moved out of the way. And let me go get some pliers here. I didn't have enough foresight. All right. Nope, not those. Yeah, those will work, but not those either. Ah, here we go. These bad boys are nice. Whoop. So then that, you just squeeze those together. Pull it back a little bit, grab this guy, give it a little twist, pull back while you do it. And look, that comes right off. So the crappy part about this setup is that all of this stuff gets in your way, okay? So you just want to dangle it down that ways. So this here you'll put on these teeth, and you'll start banging in a counterclockwise direction to push this this thing off. Yep, it's not rocket science, this stuff here. Yeah, as soon as I figure out how to speed this video up, then I'll do it for you, and you don't have to worry about this. But as for right now, sorry. Now you see why I bought another lock ring. Woo-wee. Yep, this is it. This is how we do it. You could also use the flat tip screwdriver like this here, but the risk you run is chopping off the tab there. And if you didn't buy a new lock ring like I did, then that might be a problem. But I bought a new lock ring, so this ain't a problem for me. Now the crappy part is that this tank is full, and the reason I know that is because what I did was I filled it up and then set my odometer to 0, or my trip meter to 0, and that's how I know it's still full. We got like 50 miles out of it, but my gauge still reads empty. So that's why I'm replacing this, because that gauge is hooked up to the fuel pump. What do they call it? The fuel sending unit. All right, so this lock ring comes out. You got to be very patient, because this stuff takes a long time to come out. So then what you'll do is you need to try to wiggle this whole thing out. It's very difficult. So what I like to do is I like to take this guy right here and just pry on it here or there, and it'll come out. a little bit of force. There we go. Nice. All right, and then this comes up, and like I said, this thing's full, so I got to be really careful that I don't get fuel everywhere. And you gotta have to turn it sideways because that fuel gauge is in there crooked, and you'll have to get that out. But first, I'm gonna let this drain while it's just hanging out. Woo. There we go. Yeah, this thing's full to the max. Go throw this outside over here. She can drain over there, that's fine. So now I got all this fuel over here, and best thing for me to do is to get a rag and clean it up. All right. Ooh. You know, you could buy these blue rags at Costco. They're not very expensive. You get a whole pack of like 10 or 12. It's cheaper than buying them one by one at the old AutoZone over there. Yeah, look at all that. That's nasty. Oh, don't go on the fuel. Now, another reason why I opened up every little door in this car was because these fuel vapors are no bueno for you. So ventilation is key. Not ventilation because I'm sweating, but ventilation so I don't asphyxiate myself. Is that how you say it? Asphyxiate? That's probably it. All right, so you'll notice that there is a triangle here, and that triangle points toward the driver's side of the car. So you're gonna slide this in here with that little thing first, that metering rod first, and then you're gonna put this in there. You're just gonna go real slow because you don't want to push fuel out as you're pushing this thing down. Okay. Hey, get out of here. So there's a spring in here, so you're gonna have to push down on this thing. And you need to make sure, what you're looking for is you're trying to make sure that that gasket seats. Because if you pinch it, you'll have leaks. And we don't want leaks. No leaks. Ugh. And what I did was I put a little grease on that gasket because I don't ever put gaskets in dry. Don't do it. That's what I don't do. Let me move this here. There we go. So now I can put my knees down here with my feet hanging out. There we go. Don't push on these because those things will break. Just trying to seat this gasket here. And then what I can do is I can get my new lock ring. Try to squeeze that in there. Now this fuel pump that I got came out of a 2000, oh, what was it? 2003, I believe. 2003 Eclipse. It's the same thing. 2005, 2000 to 2005, same thing. So should be all right. Oh man, look, see, I didn't lock it in place. That spring came up and jacked me all up. So I'll take this off here. And then the last time I did this, I used a nice little rubber mallet to hold it down. But I lost that mallet a couple days ago, so I don't know where it's at. Maybe I'll use the butt of this hammer, huh? There we go. Little butt of hammer worked. Yeah, we're almost there, almost. You can definitely see it shift a little bit, which is nice. All right, that feels like it's in. I'll keep a little bit of pressure on it, so that way it doesn't move on me too much. And I'll squeeze this in there. Move all the fuel lines out of the way. And then, there we go. Come on. I'm trying to get to it before the, before it tries to pop up on me again. Oh, that fuel line is holding me up down there. There we go. See what I said about these stupid fuel lines? Yep, holding me up. Oh, there we go. I think I got it started. So I'm holding this fuel line back, this one right here. I'm gonna hold it back with this screwdriver. Then I'm gonna try to turn. This lock ring by hand as much as possible before I have to bang it. Yep. Yeah, it looks crooked to me. Yep, sure is. It's the only hard part about this thing is trying to get that lock ring on nicely. It's just when you think you got it, you wrong. Pain in the butt, this thing. Maybe that's how I need to get that bad boy going. Oh, this thing slipped up again. Okay. rotate it backwards to seat it, maybe, perhaps. Looks like we popped up again. Yep, we did. We popped up again. Oh yeah, definitely popped up again. That spring is a pain in the arse. Now we're back down again. Let's try this again. Definitely the hardest part, I would say. If you're lucky enough to have an assistant, that might help. Come on, you. All right, looks like we got it on there. So now we just need to tap her down the opposite way you went, so this one's going to be clockwise. I'm going to use this screwdriver so it's quieter. Let me switch to this nice rounder tippy one so I don't break nothing. Oh, that's it. Game over. We're on there. So now it's just the opposite of the way you came out. Ugh. There we go. This one goes in here. Line up this little tab here. That goes there. This goes on there. Handy dandy pliers. That goes there. This one goes on top of here. Slide that in the little track. Tuck those wires underneath. Okay. This goes back here on top. Pow there. On top here. Pow there. This one rolls over. Make sure you push that grommet back through. There you go. And now we're just going to put these 4 screws back in. Here's 1. Here's 2. 3 under this car, this wire bundle. 4. Screwdriver. Phillips tip screwdriver. So now you saw my gas tank was full. You can see the fuel in there. It was really full. So we had to be real careful, right? So now I'm gonna go install this battery here, and hopefully it will read full, because before it read empty. Take my tools out, my trash, throw it over there, take that over here. You grab your seat. Your seat goes up like this, up first. Put your seat buckles through the holes here, and then you go down, line it up. Oh, this one didn't take. There we go. Give it a little pull, make sure it's good. Those are out. Oh yeah. Whew. It's not easy being a fat guy in a little man's world. All right, so put your floor mat back in there so it looks all pretty. Pick up this trash. Throw her in the trash can. Take out these rags, these tools. Ooh. Open up the hood. Look at your 2.4. This is the 4-cylinder. Grab you a 13mm. Battery install. Finger tight on that. Good. All right. All right, so this is where the fuel tank was reading before. I think you can see that. So it was at a quarter of a tank. So let's see what she's at now. Hopefully she reads full. Oh. And it looks like she's slowly creeping up. Let's prime that fuel pump a little bit. Let the fuel get in there. Oh, there she is. All right. And looks like the fuel gauge is working correctly now. It's going all the way up, or at least half for right now. It's good to me. I like it. See, look, my trip meter says 76.6. So that means that after I filled it up, I was at 0 and I drove 76 miles. So looks like we're good though. Successful video if you ask me. Ooh, this boy's hot. So there you go. This is how to replace a fuel pump in a 2002 Mitsubishi Eclipse 2.4. Once again, shit, if I can do it, you can do it. So hopefully this goes well when I go to edit stuff. I don't know how, but I'm gonna figure it out for you guys. And yeah, not too shabby, man. Man, this little GoPro gets really hot. Maybe that's why my forehead is sweating, not because it's 100 degrees outside. Maybe. So as you can see, check it out. It's going. It's getting there. That's better than what it was reading before, so there you go. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, hit me up, and I will definitely answer them. I answer every comment because I feel like if you said something, I should say something too. So with that being said, you guys have a good evening. Stay safe. Peace.